already have their team fight, right? You have an Undying Magnus now. You actually have 2 heroes who can already team fight. You already have your Morphling who... You have your win condition, like PL and Morph for both win condition. I wonder what they followed up. Do you just take your other support here? I assume you do. You need a team fight support if you're... Like, Bane gives you none.
10 seconds
You need somebody here. I'm trying to think. What's a decent support here?
I mean, like First Spirit's a team fighter, but he's always very pressured in the early game to do stuff.
Looking. Let's see what they take. Cause I'm looking. I'm checking the hero on my own boxes, and there's just not that much, especially with tiny Enigma band out.
PSG LGD.
See what they take.
Don't know yet. Imagine a brief like most people, bro.
Yeah, except FY. Yeah, we saw this other team. Like, hey, maybe they just watched like 10 minutes of the replay. Like, we got to do it. Let's go.
I'm gonna do the same thing with the branch and everything.
Yeah.
Eat through the tree.
But now you got your beefcake as well, so that's always good. Liner, a little more team fight. Stomp double edge, good. Your ulti, very good.
Yep. Good disengage.
5 seconds remaining.
Say they try to drop a tomb, might happen. Fell out. Away from those. Jump stomp and get double edge before like whatever.
He just dies.
Down.
Instantly die. Yeah, if he's a little slow on the old reaction times, you definitely just kill him.
Yeah. So we could see something like a Lina follow.
I think
good range
and burst.
The range against the tombstone, attack speed against straight. The burst obviously.
It gives you stun. That's the big thing I have seen. I know Kyle was freaking out about the Alliance. He's like, they just don't have stuns. Why no? I mean, it's true. Like, if you don't have lockdown, like especially against like a Morphling, you're in trouble. Luckily, you have the Bane Centaur, but even one more, like Alina, as you said, was great. But LGD now, they're picking their 3 or 4 here. Like, we'll know if Magnus support right here because I believe.
But would that mean the Undying is going to be a 5?
Yeah, they've been like March does it that way, where he's just like, whatever. I just go to the off lane, hit you with 10 decays, suicide, and do the same thing.
Otherwise,
Fnatic's turn to pick.
No, a Rasta.
And the Rastafarian. So Magnus will be off lane, and now we got this hero. I'll be honest, because I mean I've watched a lot of Dota. I've only seen like Complexity really play it with like EE and Z Freak, and they played very greedily. And because he's one of those few heroes that can go off by himself and take a tower. Like, sure, some heroes can solo kill cores. This hero can solo kill towers.
Yeah, he's definitely very objective forward.
Where's wands?
Stuff happen. What are they?
Yeah, like, are they actually just wands? Or isn't it like an actual...
Looks like tiny hands holding oranges.
That's the lore. Yeah, he just has tiny hands, and he holds oranges. I swear they're actually called some, and Slacks would, like, just beat me up if I didn't know what they're called.
Shock's going to be pretty nice. Illusion.
PSG
Grip to hold someone in their spot, especially if they're trying to run away with the Centaur ulti, let's say. Boker goes his face now.
LGD knows they don't know anything. It could still be offlane or support as well in Centaur. That's why, some people are bored of this patch, but now, right, we just saw the Centaur. Like, I don't know, I get excited to, like, see these new things.
People have really turned the patch inside out at this point.
They have,
and are just moving way outside the box. They know what was the classic for 7.19, and now they're trying to find ways to that mold entirely.
It's worked for LGD in secret. I mean, of course, 2 of the best teams in the world, so you got to be pretty smart. And then so middle lane for LGD then. What are they going to look for on that overall last pick? What's good versus Invoker? And I think they need at least another semi-carry. I mean, you could just go all in with the Morphling, but
I
think
TA any good here?
He's versus PL and Invoker, it's pretty tough. Right. I think versus just Invoker, sure, you're going to lose your refraction, but it's still decent.
What about
keep dropping?
Dragon Knight?
Dude, what happened to him? I don't
know.
Like, no one plays him. I think he's too slow and doesn't provide that much. Sure, he's like a frontliner who can take a tower, but what else? Like, that's maybe initiation, but they already have like Mag, Shadow Shaman, Undying. He's still a solid hero.
Ember Spirit? Magnus is already on your... how he fares.
I mean, because he purges your Flame Guard too. Yeah. I think it's a lot like the PA. They both get purged. They can do okay, but it's rough.
Ban out the Earth Spirit. So they may be going for a mid laner who is suspect to be
PSG
Gang.
LGD.
Just be Zeus again.
Zeus again. Yeah.
It'd be so weird to have Magnus. The only person he buffs is Morphling, though. Like, even
Yeah.
if it's, like, not a melee hero, you still want to be able to use that Empower on people. And, like, you're not going to use it on Shadow Shaman or Undying. Well, early game. That's
Remember,
nature's
remember
profit.
Shadow?
Yeah,
You
I
remember
miss
him?
him. Yeah, I miss him. He was,
I think it's actually a travesty that he is not part of
dude,
Dota.
he's
like the original hero.
him and Pudge, like, are
Him,
the two, like,
Pudge,
you think
and
about it.
Juggernaut.
5
Yeah.
seconds
It just
remaining.
feels like, I mean, he's the original swag middle. Hey, well, hey, look at this Dakota.
There he is.
And hey, guess what? Empower on him, pretty decent, even though he's technically ranged in the late game. But I don't know. They have an overall good draft. But Fnatic, they got a Nature's Prod, and I
Yeah,
got
we
to
didn't
see
mention
who's
that.
playing what.
We didn't mention that yet,
Yeah,
and I'm not
sorry.
sure if it's going to be like a... I would love to see Ice Ice Ice.
No, it's Offlane. Okay. Oh, and he has that 6 set.
Ice 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 is always
He's just fun to watch.
just a joy to watch on Nature's Prophet. He's like the original tree shenanigan Nature's Prophet.
Ooh, Bulldog's not around. No, I'll be honest. I was one of those guys like TI2 or whatever. Like everyone loved Ice Ice. That was back when I was in my edgy teen phase. I'm like, why does everyone like him? This guy's a loser. Like, no, he's not swaggy. Now I'm like, it's like TI8. The guy's still the swag lord, and I'm just like, whatever. This guy owns. He's just fun to watch.
I knew he was swagging when the 1v1 contest when he was throwing snowballs. at Shadow
Oh
Fiend.
yeah, and
I was
just
like,
trading that was
damn.
you just knew.
He's swag.
So honestly, I have not seen other teams play Nature's Prophet besides like Pain with HFN. So I'm curious to see how this Ice 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 one will rival that.
Yeah.
And it is for Centaur. I mean, so they literally just took a page out of LGD's book that we just saw last game, and then jabs on Bane. This is, I think this is a pretty even draft. I'd favor LGD a little, maybe like 55-45, just because
Yeah.
they're a little bit higher caliber, and they're both drafts look pretty even to me.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I mean, the Dragon Knight's a good grab, and maybe was obviously a super stellar mid lane support, but I do like him more on the action pack kind of heroes like we saw with Storm Spirit. So it's going to be him on more of a, dare I say, basic hero.
And he's good. I mean, he's good against Invoker. Like, right? You may take his mana, but he doesn't care. He'll just regen and farm in the lane. You see, what item does he have? Look at that cosmetic around him.
Which one?
The DK. My boy's got a straight up like
He's got
tornado
dust.
around
It's like
him.
Charlie Brown. Isn't
I
that
know.
that dirty ass kid in Charlie Brown? Has always got the
Pigpen?
Pigpen, dude. That's the Pigpen set
That's
right
the
there.
Dude, I know the Chinese players, they have all those like the corrupted gems or whatever that they took out and put in stuff. I don't know. I love those. They actually look, some of them are crazy, but
They can manipulate
I
cosmetics
assume-
like no one else.
I'm actually...
They would like reach out to get an item from
Prepare for
Cosmetic.
battle.
Yeah, look at that. It's on his sword. Signed by a Bruno signed sword with the orbital decay gem.
Bruno sign.
The Bruno signed, yeah.
Dang.
I guess that had to be like TI2 or 3 then.
What do you think is like the most
The rarest.
interesting?
Oh.
I have like a Greg what is hip signature.
I thought you said interesting and good, not
I'm just
carbs.
like there's like signatures that are just like
There's some random
stuff there.
yeah, there's some
probably K-Poptosis probably still
yeah,
has one.
there's the one I always laugh into my inventory. I think he's a workshop guy, Bronto Thunder, but I have like 5 of his autographs and I still don't know like who he is, but I just have
that
him.
name though.
Yeah, that's great. I know the Dendy ones used to be worth money, and then I think someone like found a way to dupe them or something out.
All right, let's get into it.
Let's do
Game number 1 of this winners series. We have Fnatic, who'd taken down Gambit in the previous series, going against LGD. PSG, my bad. Took down Tigers. Now we have what feels like it could be a bit closer to an even playing field, let's say. The draft definitely feels closer. Fnatic are a team that could definitely take games off.
Oh, they're doing
LGD. They've done it before.
Yeah, pardon me. Sorry, they're just doing Ame middle on Morphling. I know
30
they
seconds to
like I said, they did this versus Brood, but versus Invoker, I'm a little surprised. I didn't think DK did that bad, but all right. Sure, that means it's going to be a safe lane DK. Pretty rare.
Yeah, it is.
Don't see it much anymore.
He's-
We used to see VP do it a little, but
I mean, he can kind of shrug off all the harassment from the trees, I guess.
That's true.
But Centaur's there too, so I mean, Centaur's not going to be able to bully him too much, but Shaman's got to be careful.
he could just die once.
Yeah.
Begins.
Yeah, that'll definitely be a lane. All right, as the runes come out, like it could be a
3 for 1 or
is that 3 or 2?
yeah.
2 for
Jab stole one. It's
Oh, you're
3
right.
for 1. Yeah, Jab's actually just ran up the hill and stole now. Oh, Bane versus Undying 1v1. This is the fight. This is the fight. Decay will come up in 1.
one more, but that's
I think
it.
Jabs, he's fine. He has a fairy fire. I'm
4,
He's gonna
3.
run.
Eat that tree and run. Tap him on the way out. Got him.
That's the best part about Undying. It's not only you're stealing their strength, you get it. So you get that 4 strength, which means you also get the damage from it, the HP from it. I always call Decay a 4 first, because it's 4 positive things for nothing.
Yeah. Good way of looking at it. As long as you connect with it.
Yep. That's what it is. I hate when... Oh, wow, and Abed just...
What?
Wait, I don't know either.
Okay,
Did he just sunstrike him in
just...
full agility and he just died?
I guess. All right, that's not something you expect to happen, but it
That's
looks
not
like
something that should happen.
Abed is just going to take firm control early on in this mid lane.
Yeah, that is gigantic. Like, I just talked about how, like, I'm pretty sure DK is not bad for some Invoker, and then you just see this. You don't put your DK middle, instead you put the Morphling middle, and he just gets blown up. Wow, that's just strange. That really is strange.
You imagine an internal conversation is, oh, I can go middle. Are you sure you're going to be okay? Yeah, I'll be fine. First blood.
Sunstrike just first blood, level 1, like, oh, well, maybe not.
Maybe I might need some help.
You do see already, so bottom lane, they had to get a sentry. The Rasta in this lane has to get the pull, so they get an early sentry. And they didn't get it, though, actually, my bad. The Observer Ward isn't seen by the sentry, and it's still blocking the camp, so that is not good for Radiant at all. This is a terrible start for them. They get first blood in middle, and they're going to lose bottom because of this.
DJ's been putting on some good pressure, and he has a ton of regen he's still holding on to as well, so he could put in a lot of extra harassment. He even gets another successful pull-off, so... Oop, yep, bottom's going to be great. Mid lane.
No. It is 6-8, because the range creep, that's all that matters.
Yep. Down, chops him up, he's trying to run out, but the trees are there to help block him along the way, and it's going to be another Fnatic takedown here. 2-0 start against the prized LGD squad.
Dire's bottom tower
Wow,
is under
that's, I
attack.
mean, we kind of thought, I mean, they did beat them last time 2-1. People were like, I don't know that tournament, but they're ready to show up. They're sick of that, like, we beat them. Why can't people respect that?
Now, while they were able to get that kill on the Morphling early, the Morphling is winning the CS game. 11-5 to the 7-3, now 8-3. I guess it's kind of a pullback for the Invoker.
It's all about the region. Yeah, the Invoker, I don't switch now worth early often, but he's actually up 600 gold, so pretty decent. There goes, he's just going to suicide. That's the best part about Ogren and dying. Use your mana, go suicide, don't give away experience. We did see it fail once yesterday where someone TP'd to the tier 2 and actually got experience from the suicide, so you do have to be careful of that.
For sure. He'll get right back in. Strike.
Man, this is, dude, I don't know. Ame is having a real rough, like, he's doing decent in CS, right? But look at his gold. He is not, he's just flying out salve after salve and tango after tango.
That's true. Paper looks okay, but you get real damage starting to come through.
Abed. That's the reason he's considered one of the best in the world, even when he was, like, on one of his down patches. So many people. I remember a lot of NA teams wanted him over here, and DC ended up getting him. They're going in middle. Oh,
Sunstrike finds its mark. He looks to turn around and see if he can swing up, but he's trying to morph. The damage means he can't dish out a lot of damage, though. An awkward trade, and Abed's still kind of taking it to him a bit here.
That's why I can't play in Morphling. Like, the balls of that play, like, you have to dodge the Sunstrike, and then you have to, like, know, like, how much you're morphing, how much damage you're doing. That's some impressive stuff, even though he didn't get the kill.
Knowing the limitations. Definitely an art in itself, I imagine.
I mean, we've seen Ramses. I think those are probably two of my favorite morphs.
Grab from FY on that Arcane just before sweep through and grab it themselves.
He's just going middle with it. The Centaur, like, knew he was there, and yeah, you see the circle out. He's like, don't go. Really nice circle from the... Yeah. Just like, don't go, please.
FY may or may not be right around that corner. Here, please. I'll send it Force Spirit to scout him out.
The chicken is scouting him.
Nice.
Dude, wait, he did no damage then. There's DJ getting the kill because he's left alone, and yeah, that's... The problem is FY.
They communicated that so quick and so well. They're like, he's just hanging around that mid lane. Let's just make something happen bottom. Go. And they make it work. This is a phenomenal start for Fnatic.
And it's not like it's, oh, LGD, they have a Terrorblade, they're going to run you over. They do have a Morphling, but on the other team, you have a PL, Nature's Crown, Invoker. They all three scale wonderfully.
Magnus is getting some decent farm up top, it looks like, according to the CS.
Bottom.
This side, but yeah, here we go. There is a Jackal, but a quick rotation in from Ice to Ice. He drops down the Sprout, releases the Freeze, looks to block him on one side. FY, though, nice little shift movement there. Heads to the other side, did not get blocked, and is able to make it away.
Done. He got the rune, too. Just held him in place with a Shaggle, took the rune, and DTFO.
FY, not bad. But that does mean he's going to be adventuring somewhere else away from the bottom lane. He's floating around that mid lane a bit. We'll see if they try to go for another jump on the bottom. In the meantime, meanwhile, there is Bane floating around the mid lane here. He drops a ward, looking to go for the setup onto Ame. Steps in, sets up the sleep.
He's already got the strength though, so can't do anything.
Yeah, right out.
And he pings the ward. He's like, whoa, okay, there's a ward here. Yeah, there's Ame's ready to kill that ward.
Good call, LGD.
Oh, it's gonna be a solo smoke actually from the Shadow Shaman bottom. Curious to see what he's do with this. Going all the way around to try to get this Invoker. Top though, they're just squaring up, and Centaur gets a nice stun on everyone.
They're making the move also for Abed in the mid lane at that same time. Jaggle, right-click waveform, they are going to be able to get the finish. Set up there, lots of patience from FY to be able to get that opportunity, and yeah, all the meanwhile, that Chaos top lane continues here. Or bottom rather, as DJ's able
bottom
to
and top.
NFY. Yeah, it's just all over the place. Every lane getting a piece of the action there.
NP going down is a pretty big deal. They lost MP and Invoker. They lost their PL and Invoker. Those are like the worst two heroes you could lose.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Max having a decent time.
DK, even though he died once, he's level 5 now. He's just A-okay down here. These Treants, look at this. Isolite's just creep skipping, killing the tier 1 tower.
Rushing down the objective.
That's just be annoying. Like, you're a Dragon Knight with a 2-1-2, but like, I can't deal with this. Like, what do I do?
I don't want to. I don't want to have to use fire to spam out the wave at all. Now they're just circling around. They're going to have DJ kind of tank up the wave a bit. Now they turn around to look to go for DJ instead. They get the stun right behind. Jab is trying to step in. But Tombstone's going to get dropped. He just quickly chops it down, gets the free money, and runs out the other side. Sprout's there, but a nice quick eat, or actually a quick quelling chop. It's free. Maybe continues his pursuit. Looking to go for Jabs. Jabs to sleep. Nice sleep handoff, though. Means he can continue to pursue, but another Sprout to block him along the way. Jabs going to be able to make it out. He wants to go for a breathe fire. Got him.
They needed something there. Oh, but Ice ends up... He doesn't get the tower, but they get it before X-Nova can deny it.
Tries to run out to the side, and he's going to be good and gone. There's no Dragon Knight to get that close. Out the tower for a support.
I'm not a fan of this Undying build. The 1-2-1. You saw that Tombstone, right? It only takes 4 hits. Yeah, it's literally just went up like the Bane hit it's at 50%. You're like, oh, well, that's not very good.
Like a paper mache tower.
It really is, man.
Rumbling down. So that's free money to hand over. He's got to be careful with.
Wow. Guess what, middle? Ame is now 100 gold up, a level up as well. And, well, after that terrible... at least if you're going to feed a kill, do it at level 1, right? You don't give up as much gold or experience. Kind of works out.
Try to that lane for now. Jay moving in. Saw chop. Well, with the stun. Sprout not quite there.
Another Jabs is here, too. He's like, yo, what up?
Setup. Jay's there, stomps him down, and they should be able to get the X-Nova kill. He's making him work for it, though. Finally get him. They want to pursue this? Bully him back.
I don't think they... It's so hard for them to kill the DK now, but there's no reason, right? They can just bully him out of lane, kill a support partner if they come. And this is a pretty even game. It's a 1,000 gold lead. Oh, and they're going to find the Invoker middle. Can they kill him, though?
Yeah, the Invoker is definitely the struggling factor, it looks like now in Fnatic. PS-wise, he's fallen down pretty damn low, and I imagine the net worth is definitely... It feels like what we saw the last game, like a lot of pressure on the wall
behind the tower, too.
Okay.
They're going to get attacked. Not only that, Invoker just lost his middle tower, too, which means he has, like, no room to really do anything. This is great rotation from PSG LGD. It looked like they were actually maybe... They were just getting run over in the first 2 minutes, and now good rotations from FY especially that brought him back. Can't say enough about that guy. He's been owning today.
And this is like almost a different kind of 4-position playing.
Yeah,
it's not like he's just sitting in the lane being a bully. Now he's actually stepping away from the lane when he can, finding openings elsewhere and opportunities. All over the place.
It is funny now that I realize, like, if you're a strength hero support, you don't have to think about anything. Just like you're a meathead, right? But then if you're an intelligence hero, you actually have to think about your positioning.
For sure.
Nice struggle. Very smart.
I mean, you got probably some more tools to work with, and you got range to work with typically, but you do have to be careful.
He needs to be careful bottom though. They're just pushing that tier 2. Those Treants can like almost solo him if they surround him. They will.
Curious how much what kind of build-up Ice is going to be going for here. He's playing like he wants to get like a Necro Book or something and split push the hell out of this game, but he's got an Orchid lined up.
They just want to I think both teams kind of want to play this game super fast, right? You pick a DK, he's in your safe lane.
Yeah.
You just want to push towers with them. Then you have a Nature's Prophet. He just wants to be quick
lane.
middle, yep.
Making a move for Ame here. DJ rolls in from behind, hits him with the stun, but he's morphing. He's got the gains. Is there any way they can burst him down with the Sprout? And the waveform out now. It's all so hard. So hard to take down the ball.
In case you were wondering, Tombstone went down again and died instantly. In case you were wondering, it was like on the right side, PL, just like PL was here. He's like, I'll just kill it for 150 gold. Dude, this is a rough undying game, actually.
5 position.
You know you're always going to get in trouble.
It's going to take quite a while before he's able to invest the extra skill points in.
I don't think his stone's like, unless he gets his Tombstone on some hill that's not warded, it's actually going to just be useless game. It really is, and that's not good for undying.
Looks like maybe he's got Blink Dagger queued up next on his DK. Going straight from Freds to being able to have that Blink Jump stun setup.
Has it. So even though it felt, I mean, he lost his tower super early bottom. That's the thing with DK. You just sit in the lane. You may lose your tower, but you're still farming. And well, they got some initiation. And
look at this. They're gonna put it right to use here. They smoke up, and he still has some time left on this Elder form.
They would love to find this Nature's Prophet, and they do see him.
Oh,
they have that ward. They're going middle.
Poker.
Oh, I'll bet again.
Maybe safe.
They're like pinging. That's crazy if they know, because they did not see it smoking. They're like pinging. They're like, wait, why is Ame playing
like
so far out? This is a little suspect.
A tree got blocked a little tree got blocked briefly, but I don't know if they were that quick to notice it. That would have been crazy.
Impressive. Well, right now it's slowed down a little. DJ just hiding down here as a level 5 Centaur. He really wants that level 6.
Got the Magnus was supposed to be.
Yeah, we didn't talk much about the Magnus. That's the thing. He was top lane. I didn't watch much of it, but seemed to have a decent time, as you said. And he went Arcane and Bottle, and he's going to have Blink by about 14. Now, I think Radiant's in a good spot, because they have this timing where DK is pretty much just unkillable and can push any tower he wants.
It started super favored for Fnatic, but then once they got that successful gank on Abed, things just got away from him a bit.
And it took him a while, right? Because they scouted out the first jabs gank. They're like, we got you. And then he just came back a minute later and got him again.
Yeah. They never suspect the double.
The double Shadow Shaman gank. And he just like, he just held him under. He just died to the tower. He's like, that's worth it, whatever.
All right, heavy rotations all towards the bottom. 4 for 4, or 4 on 4 it could be.
They do have the level 6 on Scent, which is pretty big here. Whoa, little mistake right there.
He tried to sidestep some sort of potential jump in there. Now the slide in. Cal's able to get the RP. And to catch only the one, though. And now the PL's going to be able to swarm onto him, but they do lose the Centaur. Looking to form him back a bit. Fnatic clear their own space. Wards were dropped a little far outside of the tower range, and they will be able to get the cleanup finish on Ice there on the side. A fight much more favorable for LGD on this one. They'll still be able to clean up that tier 1.
And guess what? This is looking a lot like Game 1 versus Tigers, where they just won that fight 4v5, while Ame's just straight up chilling top far. Like, when you're winning 4v5 fights and your carry's farming, you're in a pretty good spot.
Tigers were even winning the laning phase briefly of that first game, too. It does feel like just an exact copy-paste from Game 1. We'll have to see if on Fnatic. The onus is on Fnatic.
Dude, what are... sorry, the Serpent Wards just went down. What the hell is that item? I've never seen, like, the Ward of the Lucent Canopy. It just looks super weird. It looks like it's like a Hydra who, like...
Oh, yeah,
his parents didn't, like, love him? I don't know. It looked like he got dropped on his head. I was like, this poor Hydra.
I'll have to see it.
I do. I really like... Sorry to make you work a little weapons, but I really like this Observer Ward over by the Dire Ancients. Like, you don't see it much. It's the Dire Ward for that. They can always scout if that gank comes. It's really not going to get de-ward that often unless someone actually looks for it, so... I love wards, man. Like, all look at Radiant and Dire have one there. I love good warding. It's my favorite thing in Dota.
Definitely something more simple players will appreciate and take acknowledgement of. Bottom lane, Ice finds himself in the bad of the game. Could be brought down yet again. Jump in, finish. It's going to be Maybe who hears it. Putting a lot of use in that Blink Dagger already, and he's going for the Radiance next. We've got 2k gold already invested towards that relic.
Radiance? Yeah, I mean, alright. I'm all about it. I mean, if you want to just 4v5 while your Morphling does his thing, I mean, it's a pretty good item, especially versus PL. That's the biggest thing. Radiance is never bad versus PL.
And after already taking the tier 1 bottom,
Radiant's
they
top tower
no
is
reason
under
not
attack.
to keep this party going and maybe add some extra pressure onto the tier 2. Here we go.
Dire's bottom
I don't see
tower
Fnatic
is
really getting
under
too objective forward in the meantime, except for Ice, who's going to try to counter with his own
attack.
tower here at the top.
Dire's structures are fortified.
And yeah, those are the wards. So those are funny looking.
Told you, it's odd. And the biggest thing, that's the problem with Nature's Prophet core. Like, he'll always find farm, but it seems like he falls behind in levels. I mean, this game he's doing decently, but I've always seen that here. And whoa,
Stampede out, mid
Middle.
lane, looking to go for the jump, and they can't quite get the finish. Even with the grip
no.
follow-up, it's not going to be enough. Ame stands strong. Morphling feels like he's so hard to kill. He needs so much firepower to just make it past that ridiculous morph.
yeah, the no mana cost thing. I understand not being able to do it while stunned, okay, but then you give him this no mana cost thing. It's pretty nutty. Not having to have no need for mana.
That's why, like, you see the Linas pop up so often. You just need all that Laguna firepower to be able to finish.
It was like 16 minutes in. It feels this game. I know it's only a 4K lead, but you can just see LGD is playing the map early. They're playing a lot like they did at TI. They just they're every movement they make has a purpose. Like, oh, let's watch middle lane gets ganked. Oh, we'll get a kill and then we'll get tier 2 bottom. They're just always doing something proactive. I think that was a double entendre. No, a double negative. I'm not very good at English, Dakota. Yeah, and that's a positive. That's an ion.
All right, here comes LGD. They've already made their moves through the bottom lane, and they're just getting right back to the action at the top. We see PL. He's been farming his way through that bottom lane, but they're going to have an answer for this push forward. And yeah, it's a 4-man party. I mean, while this is happening, they always have the Morphling waiting in the wing.
Doesn't need to be a little careful here, but oh, DJ. His blink was on cooldown because he blinked over to like try to get there quicker, and he won't be able to set up on Ame now.
If he did, it's like, I don't know
I
if
don't
there's a
think
lot
they
of
kill
help
him either,
there.
yeah.
Like, maybe one Sunstrike will be out there to help, but we already saw that and a grip and everything wasn't enough. They have to be all together ready to jump.
Our you need to give maybe this tower kill. I think you actually give it to him because then he would have his raise. Yep, he'll get his relic now in middle. They're looking for something.
Ulti goes out, do too much. But Fnatic are just kind of second guessing their rotations are coming in. They are going to be able to get the tier 2 bottom lane. You know, they're getting plenty of side objectives and split pressuring so that money is still coming in for Fnatic, but money's coming in a lot faster for LGD.
Yeah, and they have I mean, you have a blink. That's what they just have they have a blink arcane boots on Shadow Shaman. Like even he becomes him and Lion are those people. When you get a blink, you're just a whole new hero.
Yep.
All of a sudden you have a blink instant disable. Like it just changes your hero.
BKB still works with something at that point if he's able to get a good setup.
Exactly. It's just instant. Like what are you gonna do versus it? And I didn't realize. I forgot Shadow Shaman has. We just don't see him much. I didn't know he had an EXP gain talent.
Middle tower has fallen.
Does Lion have a decent talent?
He's like I don't think. Isn't it damage or cast range?
If it's not gold or XP, then I don't see why.
Like for support, yeah. People just don't like at this point. Yeah.
I mean, normally it used to be like Lion and Shadow Shaman kind of almost fill the same void, except if you need the burst, you go with Lion. If you want objective pushing, you go with Shadow Shaman. But if one of them has that kind of significant advantage with the talents early on, I could see him being favored much more often.
Yeah, it is it's damage and cast range on blind. That's honestly why you don't see him too much.
Yeah, the XP is really nice.
Here we go with the smoke gank. Will they find Ice? He's hiding in the trees. Please don't
die in the trees.
Instead, they just find Bane. I mean, he just literally died in one hit. Like, what are you going to do?
Die.
It's that Empower, plus 108 damage. I do think NP can get farmed enough this game to put in a lot of work. Like, he definitely can beat a Morphling, but he needs to be above the Morphling in farming. Right now, he's like 2k down. But, you know, 1-1 team fight, PL free farming can definitely turn it around.
I'm just nervous for him. I mean, we haven't really seen much from him this whole game except for the one death early in the laning phase. He's 0-1-0, so he's trying to be like the Morphling, and he's just hiding in the shadows farming. But Morphling is even getting his hands dirty plenty. 4-1-0. And they tried to gank him multiple times. He's able to move in now. He's trying to go for the roast. You see it scouted out, of course. The Sunstrike, so the LGD are just going to ramp up the pacing a bit, drop down the wards, help secure this one. There really seems like no opportunity for Fnatic to make the move in, or not. They're sending Doppelganger illusions over.
Yeah, I actually don't think you take this fight to Fnatic. Like, look at your team fight. You have an Invoker. Like, that's what you have. And, well, there goes it. Oh, no.
There's the tornado, but you guys can't hang that close. You're going to get punished. LGD are happy to swarm in and catch any stragglers. It looks like with that Stampede, they will be able to make a hasty escape. But Ice is able to snag a bounty from behind. Both of them.
That's,
Well, we got all of your bounties.
we got him. I mean, which is a nice deal, but losing that Aegis. It feels like they have the Radiance on DK. They might think about just going uphill. It's 20 minutes in, and they might honestly just think, hey, let's go middle, let's get a tier 2, let's pressure tier 3. Also, going back to that Roche, that's one of the things you can learn. Undying, well, anyone. Undying's Flesh Golem works on Roche. It is very good and very potent versus it. I mean, his ulti in general, I think it's gone from underrated to something else, because it's insanely good. Oh, more? They're just running from him.
Oh
They're just running.
God, get out of here. It's still water, monster.
Oh no, and they actually found MP? I don't think he can face it. Oh, get out.
It would have been too far of a gap jump, but they could settle for Deed. Nova who gets the last hit.
Burn charges finally.
Double check to make sure no wards were dropped. Good sleep TP out there from Jab. But it's a lot of Fnatic on the run and being forced to kind of respond to the advancements of LGD. LGD are just the Lagandier. Lagandier. Saw.
Does it really?
Yeah. That from Win.
Good old Winter.
Middle tower is under attack.
So what?
Radiant's
And just,
top tower
what do you
has
do if
been
you're
denied.
dire now? Like you're trying to split push. Like Ice is just always in the lane. No one else is in trying to do that. But eventually they are going to group up. I mean, LGD should just group up as 5, and it looks like they're doing that right now. And I don't know how you actually stop this if they 5-man, even 4-man. Like how do you stop this without Morphling?
But Abed's Invoker, unfortunately, feels really underwhelming right now. He can maybe do a little bit of crowd control in these fights, but he's not going to be offering too much in the damage department. That is all going to be on the shoulders of Miguel. While, as you mentioned, Ice could try to help things and mend things by doing side pressure and side pushes to kind of force LGD back, but I don't think LGD are going to be too sure. Trying to split pull. He's got the wave from behind here in the mid lane. Still moving forward with the objective.
Yeah, that is annoying. You're going to see a ton of that, especially with like Ice's little treants can pull the creep wave as well. So it is going to be tough to push uphill because you might just never have a creep wave.
We'll try to stretch this one out.
A lot of
as the game goes on, I mean, do you think Fnatic, if they could stall this one out long enough, like 40-minute game,
Yeah,
are they going to do any better?
I think PL can. I think PL's the best here in this game, but there's a big fight.
Okay. Stampede on forward. Ward's going to be committed to get the shackle connection onto Ice. With the RP follow-up, he really stands no chance. And meanwhile, Tombstone on the high ground is going to get finished off in the PL, but the damage may have been done. 2-for-1 trade, and the rest are on the run. He heads out one direction. It's 4 jabs, who's one man left behind.
Slowly
they'll take
there we go.
They let Tom get the grab.
And he has a full Scotty now on this Morphling, who's a PL right now, and this boy is a straight-up beat. There isn't much to steal, honestly. That's one thing, I guess, Dire. They have, like, Morphling doesn't... I mean, the best is PL, which
what he do is
pretty
own
good versus
the
Doppelganger.
ally one, you think, and then do like Tombstone?
He could. I think he might honestly just always change into PL. I think the Phantom Russian... I think Doppelganger. Right now you have Waveform and Doppelganger.
That's true.
It's so hard to kill him. I think that's the only reason. Like, no good offensive talents, but I guess Doppelganger is insane for a Morph.
Fortunately, this PL just feels like he's an item behind. Like to be strongly against this Morph. Morph is making his way towards that BKB next. More durable, resilient.
I do still think PL, he does have the Mant now. If he can get like the Silver Edge and Heart before 40 minutes, as you kind of said, I think they have a decent chance because you have the support Centaur who will get an Ags eventually. And they can like temper or weather the storm.
That execute up.
It's tough. It definitely is tough. They have to play near perfect if they want to do that, but they can.
Not want to afford any slip-ups then. They have a decent net worth advantage at about 8k. Could be a bit of a rubber band if you find themselves on the bad end of the game.
That's the thing. At least you know you're playing against a Morphling. While that can be a little annoying, at least you know, hey, there's always going to be a guy farming the map with 1,000 HP or less, like normally. So if you can get that pick up.
Thought maybe. Oh! He runs through him. He gets the instant blink out. They try to Stampede chase, but he's already gone. Wow, quick reaction from me there.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They're gone.
Play then. Bounty Rune spawn, and it's going to be a 3-for-1 now for Rain. That's the biggest thing. When you're winning the game and you have control of the map, just picking up that gold. Just like getting a tower now.
Scouting out these kind of opportunities, but what can they really do with it here? SI's kind of stalking with that Shadow Blade on Chalice. Spotted nearby. What can you do with that?
They have the Sentry Ward down too, so what was SI's going to do with that Shadow Blade, man? I think that's definitely going to be a thing I think that gets nerfed in the next patch. Sentry Ward's lasting for 6 minutes. Pretty good. I think that might get a change.
Yeah, I hear people talk about that all the time.
Like they want to do something. I think Morph's Aegis is gone now, but whoa, they're going to jump in there. Whoops, see you later, Bane.
Jump Dragon Tail, quick finish of Bane right there. I mean, he's got his BKB ready to go. If Morph gets his BKB, I mean, how are you going to stop these guys? So, well, they're just going to even wait for that opportunity. They go right to work here, drop the Tombstone, drop the wards, getting the siege away into the high ground here. Multiple Fnatic members, busy pushing out the mid lane, not really coming back to attendance, so this is just like a sack top lane.
That's the thing, right? We talked about, like, where's your team fight on Dire? And all they have an Invoker and a Centaur. When those are your best team fighters, it's just not a very good team fight game.
RP out, catch, pull back there. Get the ice kill, and they're gonna stick down RP. Doesn't stop yet. They look to be able to get a grip catch here onto Ame, but he slides right out, gets all of his life back, and then just looks to blow up Abed. But Abed gets a nice little save with the sleep, but doesn't last too long. They'll quickly finish him off thereafter. And look, he steals. He goes into the Invoker, uses the Deafening Blast, tries to run out the other side. Can they finish him off? Yes, they can. All right. That's good money, but
he had to buy back for it.
Net worth for LGD now with the racks take.
Yeah, it's like MP, you're like, oh, got that kill, and then you're like, wait, it probably cost them that much to buy back to get that kill. But they do, and top racks are just gone. I just don't. I don't see Fnatic get just sword. They can't team fight ever. Like versus Magnus, Tombstone and Wards, right? We talked about like Tombstone and Phoenix Egg, but Wards are the same way. You have to commit attacks to kill them. And they just don't have the team fight to do it. They do have, I guess, Nature's Prophet Treants actually do own the wards, but we just haven't seen that yet.
Too early on. Really punished Abed. He has not been able to really recover a decent amount, even behind Ice still in the network.
Goes to show what a gang can do, right? Like, hey, I just solo killed you at level 1, and then all of a sudden, nope, Rasta comes middle, nope, I just lost the lane. Shucks. Yeah, that's Dota. It's so quick. You get that first blood, you're feeling on top of the world, you get ganked once, and all of a sudden your game's just over. Shut down.
All right, well, now LGD crossed the river yet again, looking for a hopeful opportunity here. DJ is nearby as they ping things out through the mid lane. He's going to get spotted now by Chalice, who happens to be in Viz.
What?
Oh, missed time.
That was his own Yule.
The Yule Skewer. Get a little excited there. But it's okay. FY's nearby, holds him in a spot with the Jackal, and we'll still be able to get the finish.
Maybe. Oh, is he actually going to make it?
He's in. Stampede out. He's going to make it to the shrine.
Oh, that's... All right, Charles. We were praising you. Yeah, I would. Because he could have just... He was in Viz. Why do you have to Yules him? He could have just literally drug him out, I think.
Yeah. Charged him straight up.
Pretty sure. They will find the Bane finally, but yeah, that was a little misplay by Charles, but they get a kill eventually.
Top lane. Oh, I thought they were going to die for Isis Dice because the Shadow Blade off.
BKB. There's a gem now. Okay, this is another good timing. You have BKB on Morph. You got a gem up on the Shadow Shaman. Let's go clear out all the wards, all the jungle, take Roche, end the game, is what I assume they want to do. Because Roche is up pretty early here.
Oh, I didn't notice the Shadow Blade on FY as well.
Wait, what? I didn't.
Shadow Blade on FY.
Dude, he has a gem Shadow Blade fling. This boy is a beast right now.
Queuing up for an axe next. All right, fight breaking out now. Jump in Dragon Tail. Looks like they got a good focus here to potentially get a quick takedown of DJ. And, well, can actually find Abed and finish him off there, too. So.
Sure. We'll just kill your whole team. All right.
Wow. All right, we're all here. Let's just get it done right now, the efficient way.
Now, they can definitely... I don't think they know Roche is up. It was a pretty early spawn. No one scouted it yet, but they really don't have to. They can just go middle if they truly want. I would go Roche. I used to be the aggressive, but like, nah, just end the game, you wimps. Now I'm like, Roche, not a bad idea.
I think they got wards, so they feel confident to kind of close out yet another Rax here potentially. I mean, over a minute without your PL.
That's true. Because, oh, and they do know he diebacks. I forgot. The fact they know he can't buy back because he did it earlier, you're right.
No wards yet. I mean, oh, he did drop him. Where did he drop him? In the fight? He had him up.
You are.
This doesn't matter, though. They don't need the wards. They already got it done regardless.
They already got Mega Creeps.
Oh, they're the wards. They're bottom.
Oh. All right. Dakota,
He was already moving ahead to the next objective. God damn, LGD. The efficient ones.
This game, it's just over. Yeah, the game's over. They're going to try to defend Megas one more team fight, but they're doing it. Invoker, though, he's dead already, and he has no buyback. And there's the good game called. Wow, what a... Besides that, besides the first blood middle, this was, as we already put it last time, and this was a true play. This might be the most one-sided game we've seen, actually.
Yep.
And they just, I don't know, they're looking like they're at